Moshi my gamers, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. Be grateful. Astro Express. Fortunately, Madam Hunter is quite interested in Emphorius and plans to conduct an on-the-ground investigation there. Madam Hunter, could you speak with me, the fourth mirror, a little more? I thought of a lesson from the story gets too long for 2 hours. I should have stopped earlier. Alright.
First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herda. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Next mirror?
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Emphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herda.
Wow, this all sounds like a simp. Alright, next.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herda. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you wish.
Oh, that's it? What the fourth mirror? I guess not.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Do you need to do Sunday?
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body. Emphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Alright, it begins.
Oh! So that's Emphorius? Its appearance sure is unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
She goes, I don't give a shit, let me in!
Can't you hurry up?
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, they're in.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight! Is this the entrance to Emphorius? Let's see.
No, it's not.
Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in.
Be careful, Madam Murder. First, investigation.
What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Next.
I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herda to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
She goes, what? And
What's this? How creepy.
that's the forgot to call already.
Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Emphorius?
Investigate. What the fuck?
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias, Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge, but my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
She says, I don't give a fuck.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that, in the worst-case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
I'll let you kills, by the way.
Huh?
So did I just waste my time just waiting towards the end of that story, Chris? Hey? Yeah, that's literally it though. Why did I waste my time on this? Although, to finish this off this episode, even though it's not long, let's just wait the rest of the story. I didn't get time for off camera. So let's start with Mighty. You go first, buddy. I don't have to read this though. This is obvious. The day of the lion went to the camp page. Now that approached the battlefield, the long arm of colonels, and also of the flame chase journey, he ordered his troops to stand aside. That was the first meeting between heroes and prince. The two men fought the 10-night nearly till the combat drew its end. Neither was able to score a single victory and considered not a single defeat. None know why the man's fate is always outshadowed by a single number decree. Just like how none can assert how the flame chased heroes convinced the man. It was not multiple appropriation. Nay, for his memory, 7 sentences were all in mother tongue that was spoken. Yet somehow, the leader who weaved the golden thread would cut out one of the 7 pleas. There was no right or wrong in the man's heart. The lion has its own.
The lion has its own historian, and the history of the hunt should not be held by the hunter alone.
And thus he speaks little. Other once guess his regards the holy city as his home, for the sake of land to belong. As the king of his people, it is first gift to them he brings, but as per the rule, with gifts, once given away, the gifts will never reposes the thing. The journey is long, yet none ever dares to anger the man. Not because of his unstrained manner, but because every meal into the hero's partook were all cooked by his peerless skill. Once sight several falsehood in the hood. Words he has withheld on since young to the strongest guest in obtaining gain. Yet there's always concession. The man can be often puzzled. Why does food always boil and not sissy? He still recalls the day he entered the holy city. The one who worships strife is bound to have rumors.
Even insects consume each other. And he's no less than the Mad King's kin.
It matters little, for the man always considers himself an enemy to the world. He passed the world on the one day his peers. Word matches his anger within. Yet, until the conspiracy turns true, none of the holy city he ever did ruin. Nice. He has too much chapters to go. Alright, the trios! My favorite girls, let's go. So... oh, she has like... okay, 3. Did I read that one? It shall part with your friends, with your enemies, with others, and you yourself. Troopers, you have always followed this with your faith. From now on, you shall be as school as birds without feet, flying towards tomorrow without a moment's response. The Chrysler's war clouds rise and falls, and when the children were united, only 3 of them were made.
We have heard of a Chrysosaur.
The lively child say. That person just opened the back of the black ties, aimed at the sky, wanting to continue the course in the sun.
There will always be warriors like me, who believe in and are willing to protect the tomorrow they prophesied.
But the Council's heir never retired. The greedy one that left the crown with sharp blades, and by power lethal, they are one by one slain.
We remember a group of bards.
The tattooed child say. The bard composed songs for the children's prophecy, and along the corpse of the pillar of stone, laid their footprints upon which ballad are craved.
Though we lack the might of swords and shields, we can take you to walk every part of this world.
Till many years later, when the bodies are returned to the southern eternal west, the children sing the long song, and alone the bare memories of humanity.
We miss us,
the emperor child say. When they left their home, the passenger blew the girl apart into countless bubbles, carried to all corners of the world of the winds of destiny.
We will run towards the world's agony.
The children chill with each other. Utter up, I mean. As the years pass and the sun of the moon rise and fall, the children often hear the sound of the friends shattering. Farewell, farewell, farewell. The children who still walk the earth silently hears their wrenching sobs. Upon the hills of Otaku once grew, golden figs are as far as eyes could see. The remaining children link their hands and decide to make the beautiful city the beginning of yet another journey. The children pulls on the hem of the maiden dress. What up?
Please, listen to the prophecy we bring.
Alright. The maiden pulls on the sacred thread, waving to the hearts. The children pass into strings.
Chase the cool flames with me. I promise that
The living part are going to bear fruit. The hot blood of sacrifice. Okay, seriously. I want to read the rest of that. The General silently dreams and bring her children's sense from the vessel of the shore. Then she quietly departed, and the old world has treasure here is deposited before the miracle. The slumber of titans, the vibrant lullaby, the war of the gods, all merge into the titan black tide that carries the first demigod from the past to the future. And that was the beginning of the long dream. In the tiny room, she forms 20 years of memories of time. Sometimes the children does not understand. The gates of the world outside the window are so numerous. Yet why can we not step within? And if one cannot leave the tower, what need is to the gates of the disavowed tomes? The mother smiles and does not answer, only using bedtime story. To once again glare another golden street of destiny to the voice of the child's dream. Alas, the golden light of destiny cannot eliminate the shadow of power and greed. All it takes to rob the child of her own kin is the little of dark capacity. The culprit thought the mother has no flaws, but was unaware that the limb unwittingly stepped into the passage dead end. Before the place met her demise, the only thing her eyes contained was spite. Yet she leaves her final warmth and hope, and bothers into those dolls, leaving them behind for her innocent love. Loneliness take nightmares into the child's sleep, and the child hugged those dolls tight.
At the very least, we will never leave each other, right?
Honest sighs and carefully lifts the curtain of time, facilitating a crystal give the limit into the blade before a dog holding a blade. The Titan loves the child's born into sorrow, but has no power to move and impel, turning to tomorrow. Only can devour the evening wind of the palace, giving the child solace in sweet dreams. Turn back, chosen one. The Titan face perverting. Can I pull back the chains to girl's destiny?
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
I know that part of the line. In a holy city abound the fallen flowers, the children recalls the prophecy, besides the friend that has passed away. But the girl has already passed through thousands of crossroads and continues to sail towards tomorrow. Oh, the final spot beyond the end of the west wind. And well, the west said though, like, I want to read the rest of that, but oh well. Alright, pretty lady. Actually, the sexy blondie. Let's go to Aglaya. Certains of swords and weaves. Last thing to read. Oh, a solo lyre sound flaw along the street.
My lover, why does your mood change faster than the clouds above?
The audience's face is covered in sorrow.
Oh, how I wish she has clear eyes that are quick to anger and laughter, and dimples that crease in smiles and frowns.
For the maiden her lawns for as the bite of embers and fingers crave for scalps, and her wounds blood of gold, and her hearts woven from threads. She has neither eyes nor temples, lacking even a face, for she is Aglaya's god maker, merely a demigod stuff. The goddess dressmaster, the exquisite of romance. How the splendor of her mansion be above the winter darting clouds. Neverthelessly, the visitor opened the door, like particularly concerned as the theater. The ones with golden thread in hand is Weeb, standing before figures of stone.
Lady Aglaya, I am Apollos' retainer, here for an outfit to take to my master.
He casts sideways, gazing at his bow. For a gunner master, his adore is flicking her mistress, silent as the leaf accompany a flower. Slender hands sculpted of eye pull up the dress chain, as if with one breeze alone, the maiden will be revived.
The creation of love and beauty indeed.
As the visitor thinks thus, his thoughts prickle the golden threads in the room.
If you wish to embrace such fantasies,
She declares thus on the other end of the golden thread.
you must beware of the scissors that can pierce through the chest.
In the ancient theater, there are thousands of plays, millions of shows, where even the god of romance was once an actor. The reader below the stage savored the show for inspiration. The auspicious poet finally returned home. The adoring lover, separated by misfortune, The hero betrayed fires his deadly arrow into the traitor's heart. The threat known as woman is kin by the all being, by all love and hatred, beautiful and sins, memories and prophecy. All that kill are clothing indeed. Look, the departed servant buries his love, thusly plucks it up, and into the gunmaker's dress she waves. The elegant gunmaker had beautiful face, some as knights with swords, some as impressive priests, and put on pomosely after Pomona in a golden thread's light. Till the stage shook a storm, and the black tie sang the dancing skirt. She wipes clean the virgin and the armors instead of silk.
Use the needle and thread as your sword.
She requested someone who cannot answer. The gunman has anger skill. They turn blood and set us into the wonders. This game is brutal. Nothing with the whole thing. Okay, look at that. One of them will be filled up. Well, Treeby. That's pretty cool. Okay. All these stores are really old, but I haven't had enough of them yet. Oh, that reminds me. I want to ask an important question. Candace, how old are you? I'm 22 years old. You're teasing me again. The fuck? So, well, girls go old and gray and become an old grandpa? No one cares. I want to see. Okay. Must admit that the more I step into this world, I met you, Callus. This way, every moment of my life will be recorded by you, Callus. If you even want a book about me, it'll be a thick one. What is still for us to talk about if I already know everything? It doesn't make sense. The more memories we make together, the more there's to talk about. Now, let's close the book, and there's another story to write about. Oh yeah, there's still them. I mean, let's just keep this going. Oh, a new character. Okay, let's start with this one to read about. You got another one. Sure, why not? Discord, not the broken. There's a lot of pages, oh shit! This is Trailblazer history. One day it's still this history. Dash around the grove and
I saw the spell the professor carved on his body.
The youth with white hair was beside him in joy.
It must be a power most secret. A means for one man to stand against 1,000.
Yes, well that well indeed, for it was a secret way to overcome the cut of hate. The scholar was still a mortal body, and yet a snatched life of death, or to remember a new fresh through a god's memory. Patriots, metrics, and parody. He studied them all, crafting schemes, also busy. For every no, he wishes not to use the divine power that is his, refusing rightful custody. And in the unwitting moment of his death, final tragedy, he still held the hate card spell strategy, staying alone, facing the evil enemy. Now, the craft is regarded as a mystic study, not because of what I was, but because of the purpose, known to everybody, I mean. In fact, he once crafted miracles for getting stunning sevens using souls and vehicles. There were no sentence, they do their jobs without obstacles, whistling, tickling, and spectacles. However, one day he suddenly changes his tune.
Creation is the Titan's work, and slavery is the Titan's manacle. When imitating divine evil, there's no need to invest reason, most pinnacle.
When a servant has all been recycled, he designed not to explain, fearing to waste his reason or muscles, so he's jokingly considering the question with the chuckles.
If it's just for odd jobs, students are a better gamble.
Gamble, huh? The way he addresses himself comes from elsewhere, and the imagining of the divine machine with some flair. He happily answers 5 questions for those unaware. Our knowledge simply giving the steam care.
For a wise one, 5 answers reveal creation's secrets, the truth hidden and bold. But a fool learns but not, and is left in the cold. Now, inquire.
This is the fact that scholar caught the snail. He has answered the sick-bait question posed by those unaware. Dueling becomes as bait to lure and compare, whether the inquiry may be worthy of the wisdom to share. The ski never looked as long as measurement, ignore the flow of the shift of time passage, and unpoorly student sculpts in ill requirements.
He is panicked by the flow of time, for his work is yet done, yet to implement.
Did I skip a line?
This man is too arrogant, and
skip
he
a line?
intends to desecrate Orynyx's accomplishments.
Why? Obviously the drag of the class time has statement. The student assassins by the imagine. The stubborn assassin adjusting to the realism of the testament. The passage for another school brings us argument. Outside the courtyard, the girl's ear discolored ear. His silence gave him the girl every question and argument, but none knows the true answer according to his judgment. He's like, wow, these guys are fools. Okay, we got that done. At least I with it! Cass was your last. Alright. Now, this is our first story, okay. Let's listen. All the leaves, the washing room plays a melody as the girl looks over the courtyard pillar. An exhale, gentle disappearing the palms held blessing. The entire yard is a lost sob, like a deadland blur in sunlight.
Is this courtyard a tad too small?
It's okay, Clementine. As long as it provides warmth plenty.
The girl makes the courtyard turtle, and in the evident land outside the holy city, there was now a light cursing soul meddling. The girl's skills can bring forth miracles, but today she was the patient quite special. Ooh, a special patient, huh?
Welcome to the Twilight Courtyard. How can I help you?
The gravity patient shakes their head.
The end times are coming, and we all wander more and more. Oh, you may heal our wounds, but you cannot cure despair.
Yeah, the girl watches the patient leave, and her heart swells in sorrow.
Clementine, prepare some things with me. I want this place to be brighter tomorrow.
Brighter, huh? The red-haired child takes the girl's hand.
Long time no see, Hyacinth!
Chibi!
Are you here in Akama for a visit, or do you need help from us?
The girl recounts her needs.
I want some shining things, even if they're considered junk.
Miracles in a paper bag, crystal clear glass, cotton with his dye, and a genuine claims. The girl brings them back to the courtyard, all spreading over the decorate all around. And when some flies wander in, the girl is all smiles.
Little ones, thank you for your light.
The patient returns here and opens the eyes wide. Makoto's dream of the rooftop now besides, and the log contains a sweet whisper of sunlight. A soft breeze passes with no hint of cold, only severe to break the pale shines and occur the daylight.
Wow, there's light everywhere. What a warm place.
The news is soon spread by the grove, and people with empty hearts visit the grove. Droves, I mean. The girl prepared candles and tea, and listened to every visitor's complaints. People say there was once a star called the sun in the sky, but now the star is no longer there. People say that Aquila took away the world's light, but they were still left behind their hearts bright, still with a happy dream in the nights. Like a blizzard in the month of Mount-Dooth, clear fall, very warmth and dawn calls. All the ways tides swallow up the gulf of reason and the tiny healing haven. It also screeching, broken and barrier. When the girl, far from home, hears such grave news, the wind brings to her a moment of confusion. But this also interprets the tears that briefly speaks into being, and the girl still smiles bright and happy. Soon, the people of Akama sing once again, the girl collecting more pieces and tokens, wanting to build the pearl heaven. But she never realized that wherever she stood, she herself was the holy courtyard of the life-filled haven. Nice! I see him making these beautiful. Alright. My queen, Casseris. Time for a new chapter for you? Is that right? Yes, it is. Let's go, let's go. Born with the evil curse, her hands dip the lethal camp with the wet land to permanently decorate the face of the dead. Her skills are set to tell the beautiful of anyone, even transforming their appearances completely. Many skills were brought out of Cecily, but it pained her during this gloomy vision. Only the selected few had set foot in the mansion, and the deep and the wayward were two such lucky persons. The girl conversed with all the others in the house, whispered to him, tea set, and even pillar of prison, as if she could hear the response of those non-living things.
I have always lived in isolation. Out of courtesy, this is how I practice my words and actions.
To hands of beliefs and explanation, her face would take in shells just as gentle to pause him. Unless she is telling fabrication, she must regard her partners as mere children. People passed the rumors down, while the heirs of her equipment, all these became frozen. Escaping time is common. It's an exaggeration that is certain. People only found an ancient lion head in battle wounds arrangements.
Those words are true.
The head itself were nearly dead.
Though they won in fierce battle, the warriors were powerless to turn the tide. It was the embrace where death dwelled that gave early release from their pain.
This is how death escapes time. She keeps every final embrace hidden in their immortal heart. All the numerous work, butterflies and flowers often stands out still. Ignite them and you can almost hear the Michael's mark. Even in dead silence, her sounds can still be heard. If it's a gift greatly treasured by the maiden, you have the honor to grace with such work. Only one has heart to burn such a gift, and the reason she gives the rather far fetched.
I must peer into all fates unknown.
The power of time is boundless, but the one thing it cannot conquer us.
Death is abominable in humans' eyes. Apart from my identity, there's nothing about me worthy of praise.
Whenever God reveals this industry, tries to teach her the art of weaves and threads. It has been said that the maiden has worked that holy sleep possessed, but this is the judgment of Goldweaver expresses.
Well, none can know all things, nor be skilled in all crafts. Her works are too early for the living to comprehend.
Okay. So that's done for her. Now we got a new one. Hyson. Man, you gonna come out? Your story is so deep, I can't keep up. Just can't understand them. What's the god exactly? I won't say me, that's kinda funny. Wait, that can't be right. If that's true, then why are there so many strange gods? If there were a god who would ensure imaginable losses of her, could that be a couple too? But still, I don't quite get it. It's the action another way. There must be a difference between gods and us, right? Otherwise, why would anyone ever want to become a god? To avoid being controlled? Controlled? Come on, that will already? It was because I was controlled that I met Callus, then I suppose I wouldn't be mind being controlled. As I keep asking, I want to get more and more confused. Maybe I'll wait until I'm going a little more before discussing these with Callus. Yeah, close the book. Okay, when I'm completely done, there's like one more. And how many is there? I'm curious. There's 5! Oh my lord, am I gonna go to all this? Let's see, what should I go to first exactly? I mean, no, let's stop it there a little bit. I'm pretty much done for today. Oh, I'm gonna there. My subscribers, see you later. Sayonara.